All right, good morning, everyone. This is Jeff Scott, formerly of Rankin Technical College. I want to let you know that about a month ago, really it was May 3rd, I think it was my last day at Rankin. I left on my own accord, and I left because I am almost 68 years old and just figured that it was time. All right, during my tenure at Rankin Technical College, as you can see right here, I made approximately 3,000 videos. Some of you have looked at. All right. And I had a channel out there, still have it out there. So if you can find any help with it, great, good for you. But I'm going to go in and start literally working on a different channel. And right now, as you can see, whoops, sorry about that. Try that again. There we go. I have no subscribers because it's just starting. And in fact, this is the inaugural video, so to speak, and it probably will be the only one ever that will actually show me talking because I'd rather have you concentrate on the content and not on me. All right. So if you're interested, this is the YouTube channel designation. All right, so if you go out to youtube.com/channel/ and I'm not going to read that to you, but I'll leave it up there for a couple minutes. Okay, and if you look in here, this is what I wrote down. All right, hello, I'm a retired information technology instructor with over 30 years of experience at Technical College in Missouri. I taught at Rankin Technical College for 8 years. In Wisconsin, I taught at Blackhawk Technical College in Janesville, Wisconsin for about 23.5 years, and Midstate Technical College, where I taught at all three of the campuses that were there, that being the Stevens Point campus, the Marshfield campus, and the Wisconsin Rapids, all campuses in Wisconsin. As it says here, I have taught several subjects, including programming. All right, and how that got there like that, I don't know, but that should say not IE, but E, but we'll fix that later. C#, C, Java, JavaScript, PHP. I've also taught Android development. I've taught iPhone development, etc. I've worked with databases, including MySQL, SQL Server, Access, probably other ones as well. And I've done web development and design. All right. And as I look in here, I'm going to have to come in and change this because, as you can see, there's some mistakes in here, but I'll fix them. I'm not worried about it. You shouldn't be either. So it will be www.youtube.com at JPS, Jeffrey Paul Scott, my initials, Jeff Teaches Programming. So as it says here, come along as I begin to learn a new language for me, and that being the Python programming language. I'm going to do this a little bit differently than what I've done in the past. To be honest with you, I never shared all of the fruits, so to speak, of using AI products such as ChatGPT, which sounds like it's going to be changing soon, but I've never done that before in the classroom. All right, I wanted to teach people, and I wanted them to learn from me, and I still do want that. But one of the things I've done is I went out to ChatGPT.com, and I typed in there hopefully that'll be the right password. So what I typed in here is best way to learn Python programming from scratch. Okay, and then it's going to come out here. I'm just going to go over this. I'm not going to go over every line of this. That would make no sense whatsoever. All right, so I'm going to let it fill, so to speak, and then I'm going to talk about what's in here. Now I'm going to kind of use this, for lack of better words, as at least somewhat of a template for what I plan on doing in here. All right, you can see it's still coming up. There we go. So let's take this back up from the top. It says learning Python from scratch involves a combination of structured learning, hands-on practice, and engaging with the Python community. Here's a step-by-step guide. Now, understanding the basics, I haven't gone through this. I have not gone through this, although I may have that course. I don't know. For the books, I've got both of these. Automate the Boring Stuff with Python by Al Swigert, and Python Crash Course by Eric, I think it's Mattis. All right. I've set up my environment, but I'm going to go back over it with you again. And as far as the IDE, I don't even know if you'd call it an IDE. If it is, it's a very simplistic one, but I'm going to use VS Code, or Visual Studio Code. All right. There are practice sites out there. I'm going to do a bunch of projects myself. And what I plan on doing is breaking this up into several sections. Okay. The first section is going to be, for lack of better words, an introduction to programming with Python. And it'll be both an introduction to programming and an introduction to Python. All right. Then in later chapters, we'll go over, for example, object-oriented programming, web development with Flask and Django, and I'd like to eventually get into data analysis. All right. And that's going to be down the road. Now, for my resources, just so you know, what I'm going to start with, not today, because that's not what's going to be in this tape, but I'm going to go out to the Python website, which is python.org, and there's a wiki out there that has the beginner's guide to Python. And we'll start there. All right. Will I be spending a lot of time there? Not at all. All right. But one of the sites that I tend to use a lot, and I'd really encourage, to me, this is maybe the best $5 a month that I spend, and that is to go out to medium.com. I subscribe to this. All right. And they've got loads of articles on all sorts of things, including, as you probably guess, Python. All right. So I'm going to use that. I'm also going to go in, and here's an article from there. This is one of the latest places I'm going to start. Every Python keyword explained. All right. And I'll look at that. Now, notice it says in their member story only, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be using that or not, but I'm going to use that as a reference, for lack of better words. All right. But I found other things in here. I've also found some things online, like here's a book, Arcade Academy, where you're supposed to learn Python through creating games. I've already mentioned the beginner's guide. This is Al Swigert's Automate the Boring Stuff with Python, where the whole book is online for free. And I'll go over some of that. He's also got a thing out on YouTube where he's got the first 15 lessons from this book, all right, that he's kind of turned into a class, for lack of better words. Now, there's other things here that I'll go over, but what I wanted to get across basically in here is, if you like my style, if you like what I'm doing, then you might want to eventually check this out. All right? Because again, what I'm going to be doing there is teaching people Python programming from scratch. So in order to do that, it's going to be a combination of both going over beginning programming concepts for those of you who want to learn Python but have little to no programming experience, and Python concepts. So maybe you already know a programming language, but you don't know Python. I'm not going to claim that I'm going to teach everything or that I'll teach it the best way possible. All right? But what I hope to do is to take the first part of this and put it online, put it out there for free. And then as I'm retired and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm looking to make some money. As I go on and create additional portions of this, then I'll have it set up where you'll be able to, if you're interested, for a fee to be determined, that you'll be able to go in and take a look at this as well. So I'm going to take this particular video and I'm going to put it out both on my YouTube channel for Rankin Technical College and my YouTube channel. All right, right here, the one that's being shown right here. Okay, hope you'll join me on the journey, so to speak, and that you get something out of this. All right, talk to you soon.